courage, commitment, desire. This is the Blitz, baby!
I'm Travis Downey, and this is Will Parchman, and we're bringing you Week 6 of the Northwest Florida Daily News' Prep Football Blitz, where each week we get you guys set for the Friday night that's coming up. And before we look ahead to Week 6 and the schedule that's on that Week 6, last week, what stood out looking back like a week ago?
For me, it was Walton. Kind of unfortunate the way that week unfolded for them. FAMU. It's the second week in a row now that Walton's lost a heartbreaker. The first one was to Mariana, 37-30 the week before. This one lost the final play of the game to FAMU. So, I mean, they're going to have a tough time rebounding from this. It's never easy. Yeah,
I think when I look back to last week, it was the game I was at, Fort Walton Beach, on the road at Milton. Fort Walton Beach going in, with high offense, a lot of expectations. Luke Barnes passes Danny Werfel, gets the record. Second half, they are AWOL. You don't hear anything from them. They're shut out in the second half and they lose. So kind of surprised to see Fort Walton Beach fall the way they did. It was a good Milton team, but surprised with how they lost.
Starting off the slate this week, it's Rocky Bayou going on the road for the first time all year at ASD Silent.
Yeah, ASD Silent is a program that's used to winning. They've won a lot of district titles in Alabama in that classification of football. Rocky Bayou struggled. I think going on the road to a team as experienced as ASD Silent, it's going to be a little bit too much. I like ASD Silent.
I do too. ASD is having a good year. They always have good years, it seems, up there. So definitely taking them. Rocky Bayou, of course, trying to get that win. Don't see it happening this week. Bozeman at Baker. This game almost kind of like a throw-up game. Never know. It could be either one. How do you see it?
I think Baker, they're winless on the year. They've had a tough go of it, but they've been close in several of these games. I'm going to go with Baker. I think they'll go on the road and pick up this win. Bozeman just last week got their first win. So I'm going to go with Baker to break their winless streak to start the year.
Yeah, I think it could go either way. Baker's had a few close shaves as well, but I am going to take Bozeman going on the road, keep Baker's winless streak alive. And then we've also got South Walton at Freeport. My pick as maybe the most exciting game this week that we've got in the area.
I think so. I think this is going to be Battle of the Bay. It's going to be a doozy. This is the one that I've had most trouble deciding on, actually, too. I think you've got two football teams that are very equally matched. Both had fantastic starts to this season. I'm going to go with South Walton, and I'm going to go with South Walton for three reasons. Chris Schock, Jay Gatto, and Brian Adams. I think those guys are three of the best running backs for output so far this year. You look at their numbers, Schock's 123 a game, Gatto 82, Adams 52. A lot of touchdowns between them, too. I think that'll be, in the end, they'll wear out Freeport just a little bit, and that'll be the difference.
Yeah, and I almost went for Freeport for their own three reasons, which is Cody Bender, Cole Weeks, and Nathan Hendrickson, their own three solid offensive stars there. I had them marked down. I decided to go for South Walton kind of at the last minute.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be doing that this week. It's going to be a packed house there, but I am going to go with South Walton, maybe in a squeaker.
Which they're used to. They're used to winning those close ball games. I think that's what it comes down to.
They do win those. Next, we've got Walton at Chipley. A game that seems, with past problems aside, seems to set up pretty well for Walton.
Yeah, I think Walton will get this one. I really do. Chipley, their lone win this year came over a Cottondale team that's in 1-1B with Rocky Bayou. So it's a lower classified school. I'm going to go with Walton for that reason. And after all these close calls, I think they're due for a good break.
Yeah, Chipley hadn't really played anybody that good this year. Walton's just going to overwhelm them, I think. So I am going to take Walton as well. Choctaw at Arnold going on the road. Number 14 in 3A.
Yeah. And for Choctawhatchee, this has become a recurring theme. Playing high-quality opponents, whether it be here or on the road. This is the fourth school in 5 games that's been a ranked team in the top 11 of their classification. And Choctawhatchee, as a result, is 1-3. So I think this will be another week where Choctaw has a good fight in it, but they're not going to have enough to pull it out. I like Arnold to win this one.
Yeah, this is a very, very solid Arnold team from top to bottom. Choctaw, I think they'll give it a good old college try there, but I don't see them coming away with the win. Moving up now to 4A, and the number 1 team now in 4A, Niceville, newly crowned this year, hosting Mosley.
Yeah, and this their district opener. It's the new 2-4A. This is their district opener. For me, Niceville, they're at home, they're healthy, and they're Niceville. So I'm going to go with Niceville. I think Mosley will give them a good fight maybe, but I just think with the way Niceville's playing football right now, they've got Roy Finch back healthy. Niceville should win this one.
Yeah, I asked John Hicks, you know, is there any more pressure on you guys now that you're top dogs in 4A? And he said, I really don't think so. People come after us every week just because we're Niceville. And I think that's going to be the case this week. But this is a Mosley team. They are 3-1, but they struggled, barely beat Rutherford, which is a team that Choctaw waxed pretty good. And let's not forget how that Niceville Choctaw game ended up as well. So I'm going to take Niceville. I think this one could get ugly, but I will take Niceville as well. And then finally, Crestview at Fort Walton Beach, maybe the big headliner in the area in terms of 2-4A. This
was the game that last year sent shockwaves throughout the area with Crestview knocking off and then unbeaten Fort Walton Beach in Crestview. Looking at this year's matchup, you've got Fort Walton Beach coming in reeling, shut out in that second half. Luke Barnes still has all those weapons at his disposal, however. And then you've got Crestview, who entered the year hoping to be that spoiler, but they had questions in the secondary. So you put those two together, I think it leads itself to a big Fort Walton Beach win. However, if Crestview is able to come in and play keep away with that running game like they have at points this year, it could be a closer game. I'm going to go with Fort Walton Beach. I think coming off of that disappointing showing at Milton, it's going to be hard to keep them down.
Yeah, I think Crestview's status as kind of that dark horse is waning a little bit, and I think that's maybe when you're the most dangerous, is when teams kind of think that you've faded. And I think Crestview has a chance here to come in, maybe punch Fort Walton Beach in the mouth a little bit early and take away some momentum. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I think Fort Walton Beach just has the horses to.
You had me sold.
I think they got the horses to run away with this one, and I definitely see Fort Walton Beach taking this one. On the back of Luke Barnes having a good game. That will wrap up this week's installment of the Blitz. We appreciate you joining us. Hope you'll join us next week for Travis Downey. I am Will Parchman. Thanks for watching.